All right, family, what's going on? Y'all get in here real quick. Come on in here. Come on in here. Um, so I am really concerned. I am really concerned. If you're not concerned, you're not paying attention. If you are overly concerned, like you have no hope, like you don't know which direction we're supposed to go as believers, um, then we need to have a conversation. Come on in here and let's talk. Uh, I heard on the radio this morning that CNN has reported that there have been 39 shootings, mass shootings in America since January 1st. I'm going to say that again. I don't think y'all heard me. There have been 39 mass shootings in America since January 1st. It's not even it's only the 25th. And in 39 different occasions, there have been mass shootings. In 25 days, 39 times have there been mass shootings. What is going on? Y'all talk to me in the comments. I need to see some feedback. What is America is a war zone? Not that that's not new news to me, because it is not new news to me. It's old news. We all should know by now that America is a war zone. But who is really doing something about it? I'm gonna be honest, y'all. I'm gonna be honest with you and say, um, number one, as far as I'm concerned, for all of our pastors and churches and business owners and business associates that service the general public for whatever their needs might be, for those of us who operate need-based businesses, which is almost all businesses, because all businesses provide some sort of product or service that our community needs. Um, yeah, as far as I'm concerned, we need to do a much better job at protecting our establishments. We do. We do. We do. We really do. We need to do a better job at protecting our establishments so that occasions like this have less casualties, if any casualty. Hey, y'all, I'm telling y'all flat out right now. Y'all step foot on the premises of fullness, there will be no less than 6 to 8 armed security officers, armed with vests. They strapping a couple pieces and they got vests. I'm just telling you right now. I'm telling you right now, when you step on the premises of MGM Studio, Church Unlimited Campus, Fullness Atlanta, Victorious in Charlotte, Ladder, Virginia Beach, Antioch, Philadelphia, you're going to step on to the premises of 6 to 8 to 10 to 12. Some of them you might not even know where they are. Some of them you're going to know. It's going to be right across their chest, MGM security. The rest of them might be hidden in plain sight. But when you step on the premises of my facility, there's going to be a couple folks in there that will be permitted to be strapped and vested. Now I want to say this because um, I believe that it would be very it's unnecessary for our church, for our ministry to allow anyone with arms into the facility. So when you come to our events, we are going to ask that your firearm remain in your vehicle if you have one, if you utilize one. I'm going to ask that all of you who do possess firearms to keep it in your vehicle, because if for the sake of for limiting our liability, I'll put it like that. I'm going to have individuals stationed at key points in our facility and around our facility to make sure that it is secure. And those individuals, again, will be vested and they'll be armed. I'm not doing any unarmed security. America's a war zone. I don't think we understand this. Because if we understood this, we would really have a greater sense of, I see y'all coming in, but I don't see nobody commenting, liking, or sharing. Um, I see you coming in, but I don't see anybody commenting, liking, or sharing. Uh, would you mind commenting, liking, and sharing? Don't be a creep. Don't be a perv. Say something. Don't just peek in my window. Wave your hands and have a conversation with me. Um, I, America's a war zone, and there needs to be a solution. A concept came to me this morning, and I'm going to reach out to some local radio station producers and radio show hosts. I'm going to reach out to some of the newspaper and all of the mass communication avenues that are in the Atlanta area and every city that we take this to, because we're going to take this to different cities. I bet you won't. I'm guaranteeing you we're going to take this to different cities. Um, there's going to be something that I call Shake the City Atlanta. Shake the City Atlanta. And we're going to do this at our church, at our worship facility at the MGM studio and at Fullness in the month of May. And we may even do it in the month of June. And we're going to do it every couple of months. Every couple of months, we're going to do it no less than once every season, so that we can gather some of the pastors and some of the business owners and a lot of the entrepreneurs and the proprietors of our region in the various regions that we're going to be servicing. Um, Man, because and more importantly, our politicians, the ones who create and enforce public policy, laws and statutes and all of that. We're going to gather our local politicians and have a conversation with them. It's going to be a night of worship and prayer and praise and conversation. So we're going to have some great artists and performers and speakers to come and be a part of this event that I'm going to call. I'm going to get with my designer today, and we're going to get this thing rocking and rolling because I want to make, I think I'm really going to make this as a part of the ribbon cutting for our new facility. If you don't know, you don't know, we have a new home in the city of Marietta, and I want to show it to you really quickly if you don't mind. I want to see, I want to show you all what our new home looks like. This is the MGM studio. It is not impressive, okay? It is not impressive, but it's ours, and we're going to be renovating it so that it can be a state-of-the-art event center. And more importantly, Fullness, our church, is going to be meeting at MGM Studio. Okay, Fullness is going to be meeting at MGM Studio, and so you owe it to yourself to be a part of our ribbon cutting services and events in the month of May. We're going to be getting all of the funding and all the money that we need to renovate that space in the next couple of weeks. If you would like to partner with us, I would love to receive your gift. Hey, we are launching this Better Than Ever campaign. We're rebuilding my state-of-the-art studio. Don't I know many of you are just coming in, hopping on in, and and I want to see what I'm talking about. Stick around. I'm getting ready to come off these graphics and come back on screen. We have a new facility, and I would love it if you would seed and sow into it. All the money we need, we need to gather it between now and March 31st, even into April. We're going to be gathering money. I think, to be honest, I would love it if you all would seed and sow and partner and invest with us a gift of 100, 250, 500, 1,000, or 2,500, so that we can renovate that space as an adequate worship facility and gathering space for us to do what we do. I'm excited about it. I'm excited about it, and I want you to consider sowing a seed. As a matter of fact, let me go back to the picture of our facility so that you can see it. This is where we are. It is almost 300, if not over 300 seats of amazing gathering space that we're going to be renovating from what it looks like now. We're going to be changing all of this. All of it's going to be changing. We're ripping out those seats, installing new seats. We're changing the painting on the wall. We're going to be installing curtains and lights and LED screens and speakers and subwoofers and monitors and instruments and cameras and staging. Man, it's going to be an amazing place. It's going to be an amazing, amazing place. It's going to be extremely versatile, and it's going to be for rent through us, through the MGM enterprise in the next couple of months once we get it all organized. I would love it if you all would partner with us because, again, uh, 39 mass shootings since January 1st. And I don't see enough pastors and preachers talking about it. I don't see enough, community leaders talking about 39 mass shootings across America since January 1st. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? So, my solution is to number one, to raise a church. Number two, to raise an army. We're launching, planting, seeding, and sowing a church, a ministry in the Atlanta region And I want you to be a part of it. Some of you all need to tell your pastors there's a ministry or there's a guy over in West Atlanta and he needs help. I need y'all to come through. I need some help for the harvest. I'm gonna be sending out letters today because we're gonna be doing our Help for the Harvest campaign for urban missionaries. We're gonna be sending out information regarding the Shake the City Crusade concert in the month of May, and then we're gonna have another one in June, July, August when the kids are going back to school. They'll probably have another one. November and around the fall. Excuse me. So, so yeah, I would love it if you all would seed and sow into this campaign. Whatever you decide to give, it could be $20, it could be $40, it could be $100, it could be $1,000. Whatever you decide to seed and to sow into this campaign, I greatly, greatly appreciate you. Hey, I see you in the comments. Thank you so much for popping on in. Thank you for popping on in. I'm really concerned, and I want more pastors. I don't care what age you are. I don't care what city you're in. We need to be concerned and talking about the 39, according to CNN. I was listening to Brother Corey Condry on our local radio station on his morning show, and Corey Condry said that there have been 39, according to CNN, 39 mass shootings. Pastors, hear me. 39 mass shootings across America. What is to stop any of them from entering our churches unless we make sure that we have armed security? I posted it yesterday on my page. I wish I could show it to you. When you step onto my property, there will be 6, 8, 10, or 12 guards that are armed and vested on our facility. You might even catch me with something under my jacket during worship. Now, the rest of y'all ain't. I want you to keep it in your car because I want to make sure to limit the liability. If anything break out, when something breaks out, if anything breaks out, we're going to pray against anything breaking out in our facility. And no one's going to be allowed to. We're going to have metal detectors. No one's going to be allowed to operate a firearm on our campus. You keep it out in your car, and you can do whatever you want with it in your vehicle. But as far as I'm concerned, when you all attend worship with us, there will be 6, 8, 10, 12 guards who are licensed to carry, who are licensed and credentialed in the state of Georgia to operate their firearm commercially as security officers, and they will be vested. They will be vested. I'm very serious about it. You know why? Because we have too much going on that ain't being checked. We need more checks and balances in this country. Let me show you what our facility looks like, by the way. For many of you who don't even know what our facility looks like, we have a new property. We're moving into our new building. In the next couple of weeks, we're moving into our new building, and you need to make a trip to Atlanta. In the month of May, we're going to be holding the ribbon cutting service. In the month of May, we're going to be holding a ribbon cutting service, and I want you to join us at what we call the MGM studio, okay? Every morning, we meet at 6:30 a.m. for prayer. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Every Tuesday, Thursday night, we meet for launch team open house meeting at 7:30. Every Sunday, we meet for worship at 4:30. And that's our streaming schedule. This is our live flyer schedule. Uh, and so we're going to be making some adjustments to this as well. But let me show you what our new facility looks like. This is what you're seating and sewing into. Because we're not just launching a church, we're raising an army. Because we're not just going to be having a church. We're going to be hosting workforce development programs in this building. We're going to be moving the chairs out the way and setting up desks and tables and chairs. Um, Not just to host corporate worship experiences, but to actually train and engage the city of Atlanta, the men and the women and the parents and the leaders of Atlanta, with the tools they need to survive and to thrive and to defend themselves against craziness, foolishness, drama, poverty, depravity, lack, all of those things. And so while you're in here, help us to raise up an army. Help us to raise up an army. I want to challenge you all, especially if you're pastors and leaders, to condition your church not just to come and worship, but to be an army and an agent of change and a defense in their community. If they ain't built for that, tell them to find something else to do, or find a way to support the vision of what needs to happen in this nation, which is being an army. Over the course of the next 2 years, I'm raising up 4 locations. I ain't playing no games. I'm behind time. And I would love it if you all would partner with us, with Seed and Sow with us concerning where we are and what we're looking to accomplish. I'm looking to get it done. I don't know about y'all, but I'm looking to get it done. We're coming back better than ever. I lost a lot of the stuff in the year 2020, 2022. 2022, I lost a lot of stuff, man. And regretfully, I placed my confidence in the hands of someone who should not have had my confidence. They stole from me, and now we got to come back better than ever. Let them know that they can't keep us down. They can't keep me down. Whatever you decide to seed and sow into this campaign, I would greatly appreciate it because again, we're not just launching the church. And I think it's going to take for me to actually put together a video presentation for you all to see that we're going to be building an opportunity, a space for us to have workforce development. We're going to be doing therapy. We're going to be having medical services. We're going to have a business and entrepreneurs incubator. We're going to have conversations with our local politicians and local civil leaders who make public policy. And so we're not just raising a church. We're not just planning a church. We're not just having church for the sake of having church. I don't have that kind of time. There's a lot of y'all opening up these churches, and I'm gonna be critical right now because I can. A lot of you all are opening up these churches, and all you're doing is having church, and you're not making any change. Having church does not make change. Worship affects you. Unless you are empowered beyond your worship experience, you will only ever have a worship experience that benefits the corporate entity that is gathered in that space. We don't need no more churches. We need armies. We don't need no more churches. We need armies of people who are going to be raised to defend. 39 mass shootings, y'all. 39 mass shootings in the last 25 days. I see no comments in the chat. I see no comments. If I were posting about some crazy foolishness and drama, y'all be all over this. Y'all will be all over it. Y'all be all over it. If I were posting about something funny or humorous, y'all will be all over it. 39 mass shootings and mum's the word until your church is shot up. Until somebody walks into your office building mad at the manager or mad at one of their coworkers and they say, I'm gonna take it out on everybody on the floor. Y'all real quiet now. I don't understand. I do not understand why we're so quiet. So guess what I'm doing? I'm doing my part. I'm going to be doing two things. Number one, excuse me. Number one, we're going to be hosting a Shake the City of Atlanta Crusade concert in the month of May. In the month of May, we're going to hold a Shake the City concert, Shake the City Crusade concert. And what are we going to be doing? I'm going to be making sure that folks are registered and licensed to carry. I'm not going to be doing no gun tournament, no, because it is you do not need to possess a license in the state of Georgia to carry a firearm. However, I want to make sure that some more of us are licensed. And so maybe we'll raise up some money so that we can cut down the cost of whatever the licensing fee is. Maybe we'll do that. We'll match whatever your contribution is. I want to see more individuals who are licensed to carry in the state of Georgia. And I want to make sure that they're getting adequate training so that they know how to operate the firearm. Maybe they need to get some carrying cases because 39 mass shootings is ridiculous. And I would not know what to do if someone walked into my son's school and decided that they wanted to, because they're peaceful and loving, and God knows, but their doors are locked. hmm Their doors are locked. Yeah, those doors are locked. You ain't walking up in there. And the police are very, very close. If someone walked into my son's school trying to do that mess, I would absolutely lose it, especially if my son were a victim. But so before that even happens, we need to be proactive, not reactive. We need to be pastors and leaders. We need to be raising up our churches and our communities and our staff, training them to be an army, training them to be militant. Y'all only talking to me. Y'all only talking to me. I don't know. Like maybe it's going to take see because my own biological brother, he was what? He was 30 years old. It was 2020. He was 30 years old. He had just turned 30 some months ago. He was on his way to being 31. He would be 32 this coming March. But he was killed, and not even by a gun, by a knife, by someone who has yet to be claimed, who is yet to be accosted, who is yet to be arrested. But our family is very certain as to who we believe did it. But there were so many signs that could have prevented it from happening that regretfully, because we were not as militant as we should have been, it allowed to happen. My 30-year-old brother is laying in the ground right now. I don't want to see anybody else's life taken unjustly, unnecessarily. I don't. I don't. My baby brother, who was the only brother I had for a long time, it was just me and him. It was just me and him for 12 to 14 years. It was just me and him. And all of a sudden, I get another brother and then another sister. My parents had just two kids for a long time. My baby brother, the man, the kid I spent the most time with in my entire life, single-handedly, he's no longer living because of violence, because of unnecessary violence. He's in the ground. He's cold. He's decaying. There needs to be more militants. Y'all are watching me, but y'all ain't saying nothing. I need you to talk in the comments. There needs to be more militants. Can you hit that share button? Hit that share button for me. Do that for me. I really appreciate it. There needs to be more militants in our churches, in our mosques, in our synagogues, in our office buildings, in our schools, in our grocery stores, armed security everywhere. Our nation is too lax when it comes to defending its citizens. We are too lax when it comes to defending ourselves. So I'm saying it flat out. When you walk onto the campus of MGM Studio, when you walk onto the facility of Fullness Atlanta or any of my churches across the nation, you will be walking into a facility that is armed. All the individuals that are going to be on staff will be licensed and they will be vested. And many of them you will know that they are the security officers for MGM. They are the security officers for my church, for my ministry, for my business. There will not be any encounter that I host in the year 2023 that is not armed. It is not secured by an armed officer. Why we are so comfortable as pastors, I see y'all watching, but y'all not commenting. Why we are so comfortable 39 mass shootings, ain't nobody saying nothing. I'm sure that there is a pastor somewhere that said it, because I just heard a pastor say it this morning. But 39 mass shootings in 25 days. It was just the first 25 days ago. And almost 40 people, if not more, have committed homicide, murder. They've shot it with the intention to kill and to harm, utilizing a firearm, a deadly weapon, a lethal weapon across this nation in America. And I don't I see y'all joking and I see y'all laughing. And yes, of course, we need comic relief. We need to be talking about all kinds of subjects, all kinds of matters are important. But what are we doing, pastors and leaders, about the shootings that are happening across this nation? Do you have armed security attending your worship facility? Some of y'all ain't even got members coming, so I could see why y'all haven't had new members join in 2 or 3 years. Y'all been worshiping with the same 10 to 20 people, and I get it. So maybe ain't nobody thinking about you. But you can never be too careful. I'll be honest. That was shady and smart at the same time, I know. But truth of the matter is, I don't care if you got the same 30 members for the next 30 years. You can still never be too careful because just one day when you think ain't nobody thinking about y'all, somebody come in and say that's an easy target because their walls are down. They have no defenses. They have no defenses. Their walls are down. So what are we doing? What are we doing? I'm gonna get out of here because I see y'all looking, but y'all ain't commenting. I see a whole lot of looks, but no comments. Thank you for that one comment. I appreciate it. I appreciate you. Yes, sir. I appreciate you. Thank you very, very much. I appreciate you. Uh, man. Well, we got some work to do. All I'm gonna say is we got work to do. We got a lot of work to do. We got a lot of work to do, y'all. We got a lot of work. We got a lot of work to do. Oh boy, a lot of work to do. Man, man, oh man, oh man. Yeah, I'm in here like swimwear. I ain't playing no games. So thank God for all of you. I appreciate you. Y'all pray for me, man. Because I'm concerned. I'm genuinely concerned. I'm outraged. I'm disappointed. I have a myriad of feelings right now, but one thing I do have is hope. I know that there's some things that we can do to make this thing come alive. So I'm gonna get off here. I got some contracts I gotta put together. But y'all stay blessed, stay up. I'll see you next time.